Maddox Alley, good morning, good morning. This is, what day is this? This is Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday morning. Just getting off from here at the fire station. My hair looks rough. Yeah, it's a cold morning. Just gonna give you guys a little view. And at least I'm gonna send this to you too. You sent me a video, I'm gonna send you a video. Back at you. A little snow from the dirty south. So, getting off at the fire station this morning. It is beautiful. Crazy night last night. This hit about 4 p.m. Not really pretty moon up there. I don't know if you can see that. That's really pretty. I'm a big fan of the moon. Hallie, look at that. Isn't that pretty, baby girl? So yeah, this hit about 4 p.m. yesterday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, January 21st, 21st, I believe. That's the baseball fields and the park in the back. We got about probably an inch, maybe an inch and a half. But what made this so bad was the temperature was already like in the teens. So what you don't see is a sheet of ice underneath here, and that sheet of ice made it absolutely treacherous. It shut everything down. Everybody was on the way home, trying to get home about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and the roads just absolutely locked down. Main roads, 85, they did a decent job of getting those kind of squared away and drivable, but you can see right here in front of our fire station, it was bad. It's kind of hard to see, but the glare, the shimmy you see right there, that's nothing but a sheet of ice. I probably couldn't even walk across that right now. But anyway, some people are giving it a try. You got all-wheel drive pickup truck, you can do okay on flat ground, but where you really get in trouble is when you get out and start trying to go like up a hill, down a hill. Sorry, I'm trying not to slip here and bust my tail. That's the Decula High School right across the street. See that shiny right there? That's nothing but ice. Really pretty, really pretty. I'll go in here and get something off the fire truck. There's my boy Chris looking at me and laughing. Go in here real quick. No, I wouldn't do anything like that. Don't say hi to the guys on YouTube, guys. I forgot my hat. My little ears are getting cold. Man, it's beautiful out there this morning. It's pretty to look at. Nice and quiet. All of our citizens at home. Woo. All right. All right. So, get my ears on. Left my hat on the fire truck there. It's cold. I think it's like 16 degrees, 14 degrees, something like that right now. Need a try. So it's about 7:05. I don't know. It's about 7:20 now. It does look like some traffic's trying to make it. I talked to a couple of guys that just drove in. They said it's passable in a lot of areas on the main roads, but where you get into trouble is the back roads. So we are going to. Like I got a mouse in my pocket. I am going to get my little car and see how I do. If we do okay, this might be the last time you see me, guys. We had a guy come into the station last night, knocked on the door about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and he basically said he's done. So he parked here at the fire station and stayed at the fire station. Slept in a chair last night. Lives down the road from me, and I'm sorry, down the road from the fire station. And I'm gonna go out here and test the roads and see how bad they are. I've got this little car recently. Just trying to swap out our little Honda Civic. I hated to. I love that little car, but this little car has a neat little thing. All-wheel drive, and that all-wheel drive, first time I've ever had a all-wheel drive vehicle. We took it up to North Carolina about a week ago and drove around in the edge of Clayton and those areas, and it did amazing. Traction was superb. It actually, Jeeps and four-wheel drive pickup trucks that were spinning out, this little car just absolutely ran circles around them. I'm not really that familiar with how all-wheel drive works, but whatever it does, it did a great job. So if this thing does a good job this morning, I am going to go test it here on a few roads and see how it does. If it does okay, I'm gonna try to take that guy home, and then I'm gonna try to get home and see you guys, Maddox and Allie, which I hope are sleeping in your bed right now. I know school got canceled, so you guys are on cloud 9 again. No school and having a blast at home. So I'm gonna try to get home and play with you guys. Anyway, this is it. This is backside of our fire station. Just really pretty. I love snow. I'm a big kid at heart. Love this. Love to see the snow, man. Our backside of Tequila Park. That's where the twins and Devin, Jacob, you guys all come out here and play at the park. It's all snowed over, really pretty. So anyway, all right, here we go. I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said, I'm sending this to my big sis Lisa. Lisa, love you. Tell Steve, Kevin, Eric, and Bryce we all said hello. Love you guys from Georgia, some dirty South snow. Love you, girl. Miss you. Can't wait to see you guys again. Yeah, that's it. See y'all. Alright, so one more video. I'm gonna do a little naughty thing here. Shouldn't be doing. Should not be driving and holding your phone. Don't do that. But that's what I'm doing. Some rules, I guess, you can break as long as you're not gonna hurt nobody. And I'm the only person out here, and this is my car, and well, yeah. So here's a little video of what I'm doing. See, people just gave up, parked on the side of the street and walked. And that's what made it so bad last night. Just riding down the road, and all of a sudden there'd be, basically rush hour traffic in Gwinnett County. It just locked. There's no telling. I'm gonna say there's 900,000 to 1 million people in Gwinnett County, and then when you have rush hour, I'm gonna say it's probably 1.5 million. It gets crazy. Beautiful sunrise. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. Jeez. Yeah, that's beautiful. But so you put 1.5 million people, I don't know, somewhere in that ballpark of a third of that, maybe close to half, working at jobs, doing whatever they do, daily travels. So you probably got 200,000 cars, maybe somewhere in that ballpark, I'm guessing, on the road. And then, like I said, this moved in about 4 p.m. and when it moved in, that was it, game over. Again, the ground was already cold, so it was like 12, 15 degrees, and it just shut everything down. So then, it's not that, people don't know how to drive in the snow. It's not people don't know how to do whatever, but you have one person in a group of, 50, 60, 80 cars that get stuck because their cars are rear-wheel drive, which is the worst car to have in this environment. Rear-wheel drive, rear-wheel pickup trucks are the worst. You have no traction, zero traction at all. And when you start spinning, that's it, you're done. So now you've got 80, 100 cars behind you trying to get around, and they impatient people, which that's our biggest issue in the fire department, is people that are they're so impatient. It's painful. They gotta go. So they'll do anything, run over curbs, run around ditches, and of course they'll get stuck. So then you get this, spaghetti noodle of people that are stuck and can't go anywhere, and then it just compounds the problem to the point sometimes we can't even get around, the fire trucks, the ambulances, and so that's why this environment's so bad, and they tell everybody to stay home. It's not really the road is that bad. It's it's all the little problems stack on top, and then before you know, you get a clogged roadway, and then that's it. It's over with. So that's why everybody preaches. People laugh at us in the South when we get a little bit of snow or ice. It's true. We don't get a lot of practice in driving in snowy conditions or icy conditions, and because of that, yes, it does clog us up and gridlock us really bad. So that's a little interesting detail. So got asked one time a question, Maddox Alley, how do we get around? What do we do? What do we do in the fire station that's so different, fire department that's so different, and why can we get around and nobody else can? If you've been around big trucks, dump trucks, big trucks, whatever, you will see pretty quickly that see here some more people that gave up last night, called it quits. You will the bigger, the heavier the truck, heavier the vehicle, the better your traction is. So fire truck weighs about 45 to 55,000 pounds. A ladder truck is probably knocking on 65 to 70,000 pounds. So just the sheer weight of that truck. See, here's a pretty bad location last night. So all these people gave up and just said, that's it, we're not going any further. Now keep in mind, all of this happened last night. That guy's still in the roadway. All of this happened last night in 12, 15 degree. See that Crown Vic right there? That's an LTD. That's a rear wheel drive car. No chance whatsoever. So I mean, this is a good example of what we're talking about last night. That was it. They gave up. That guy actually crashed. He wrecked his car. So, a lot of people got in bad trouble last night with this. Yep, real bad. I hate to see that. There's cars everywhere. But imagine if a lot of times people, and again, back to people not being, prepared. Imagine a lot of people just run up to the store, run up to the restaurant to grab some food, and they'll just come out in their pajamas, house slippers, Crocs, sandals, shorts, maybe a sweatshirt, run up to the store. Well, they get stuck. Again, the weather's 12, 13 degrees, snowing, and now they're slid off the side of the road and they're stuck in the ditch. So guess what? You're walking home in sandals, barefooted, no clothes. All right, so let's add some other factors in there. Let's add some factors of maybe they're a little bit older and physically, got physical handicaps, can't walk very well. And oh yeah, by the way, because there's 1,000 cars on the road and the roads are congested, there were several roads we could not access last night. We could not make it. So now you have no help whatsoever unless you get lucky and a citizen or a buddy or a neighbor. That's your only hope. And I'm honestly, I'm kind of worried this morning we might hear some pretty bad stories as the sun comes up and the A shift, they start running some calls this morning. I'm hopeful that everybody made it home okay, but there's some really bad odds last night that people don't do well in 10-15 degree weather. So anyway, but yeah, so how does the fire department, what do they do different that how can we move around in this kind of conditions and everybody else is stuck? Fire truck, engine 16, weighs about 45 to 55,000 pounds. And then we have this really cool thing called on spots. And what that is you may or you will hear about a term called on spot snow chains. So that's really big up north. People, do this every day of the week. You have a thing called snow chains. And the snow chains, you put them on your tires and it gives you traction. Again, that's the issue. Your tire is spinning like you're in mud and you have no way to get traction. And because of that, you cannot navigate uphill or downhill, and that's renders you stuck or immobile. And that's the main problem, is no traction. So snow chains, we put those on our ambulances on the outside rear tires. Put those on last night and got my hands cut up pretty nicely trying to do that, but kind of a nasty job, but we got them on. And then on the fire truck and the ladder trucks and some of the newer trucks, it's kind of a new thing in the last 5-10 years, I guess. I don't know when exactly they came out, but last 5 or 10 years they have these things called on spots, and you hit a button on the dash and this mechanism lowers down right beside the tire and spins in a rotating fashion with about 8 to 10 inch links of chain. And what it does, it spins at the same rotation of the tire. So if you're doing 10 miles an hour, this mechanism rotates at a 10 mile an hour speed. So every time it turns, it's throwing a link of chain directly underneath the path of your rubber tire where it meets the road. And therefore, you're constantly rolling on top of a chain. Really a cool design. Whoever designed that is sitting on an island somewhere in the Caribbean sipping on little margaritas and happy drinks. But yeah, that's a game changer. So yes, like for an example, coming up this hill, little small gradual incline, the wheels would start spinning, but as soon as they start spinning, you hit that button on the on spots and that links of chain would just start falling right in front of the tire and gives traction to the truck. And I'm not gonna say we can go anywhere, but it definitely helps a fire truck, and it allows us to go to a lot of places that otherwise we would be just like everybody else, stuck. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's it. I am going to go try and do something here. That guy that came to the station. All right, so I guess I ran out of video. Rambling on too long. I apologize, guys. I ramble a lot. Trying to focus on driving and not wrecking. So, but anyway, here. Really, really pretty. Beautiful stuff, man. Love the snow. Love the snow. This poor guy, he's scared to death. He's driving like 5 miles an hour, but that's okay. We're gonna give him a pass today. It's a good day to be slow. So what I'm doing right now, I just drove a few miles away from the station here, over toward our other fire stations, First In. And this guy lives very close to Fire Station 17, and just wanted to see how the roads are, how manageable they are. So I'm gonna try to go back to my station, pick this guy up, give him a ride, and let him get home to his family. He's a poor guy. Got there, I guess he knocked on our door last night about 6 o'clock and gave up. He just wasn't even going to try it, which I can't blame him. It was pretty ugly out there last night, and I think that was a smart decision. But sitting at a fire station, you're kind of stuck. Unless you're a firefighter and you got your stuff and your gear, it's not a great place to spend the night. So he's basically slept in a chair last night, and I'm sure I'm not, gave him some food and drink, but just could have been worse. But I know he's ready to get home, so I'm gonna try to get back to the fire station, pick him up, and take the guy home. So that is what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can get him home, and then I can get home and play with my beautiful baby girl and my big baby boy. And yeah, so that's that, guys. That's all I got. So Maddox, Allie, I'll see you guys in a little while. Lisa, when you get this, probably be a few days before I get it up. And quick, that's an example of what you don't do. You got guys that, I can show off. I got big 4-wheel drives. I can drive fast in icy conditions and pass people. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. So there's more reasons why Daddy has a job. Impatience. That's probably the worst part of our job is patience. People have no patience. And when you do things in haste and you do things not well planned or not well thought out, it usually ends up in a very bad result. And anyway, life hack number 1. Be patient. Think your plan out. Review your game plan. Be prepared. Buddy of mine, Brian, Uncle Brian, always says, Ninja 101. I love that phrase. Ninja 101. Be prepared for anything. Be agile. Be nimble. Be vigilant. Keep your eyes wide open. Head on a swivel. Be looking all around you. Don't let nothing sneak up on you. It's a good life lesson. And a lot of people. That's why Daddy has a job at the fire station for a few more months, and then I retire. But just about every call, and specifically the bad calls, the ones where people really get in trouble, a lot of those calls could be prevented if people would understand that one simple concept of be vigilant, man. Pay attention. Common sense. I always kind of joke that we have job security because people do not use common sense anymore. They just kind of ramble through life and don't pay attention to the small things and don't pay attention to something as simple as wearing your seatbelt every day. This is another genius. I'm a big 4-wheel drive truck. I can make it. I don't need to wait on you. So he's going to go head on traffic and almost hit that other guy head on just to get around this other car. Why? What did you achieve? That's an example of what I'm talking about. And it's only 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock right now. So when the other 300,000 of his buddies wake up, the streets will be covered in poor decision making like that. But anyway, guys, I'm done. I've rambled on long enough. Again, Maddox, Allie, I love you guys. I'll see you in a little while. Lisa, like I said, I'm going to send you this link. The glaring in the sun there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to upload this to YouTube so you can see it. Miss you, girl. I really miss you. Haven't seen you and your family, and I hate it. I hate that we just found each other and we don't get to spend the time together that I want to spend. I told you before, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I want to find a way to get to spend more time with you, and I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping that. Come August this year, I'll be getting to my retirement where I can cut loose from the fire station, and I want to come see you. I want us to go do things, man. We got to make up for some lost time, kid. Yeah, I hope you never think that just because we don't get to see each other much, I'm not stoked. I'm still just as excited as that first day when I was in downtown Atlanta doing that demolition job, and found out that I have a sister. Are you kidding me? I had a sister. I've got a sister, man. Cried like a baby on an excavator in Atlanta, talking to Miss DeFalco, Judy DeFalco. Maddox and Allie, such a cool story. I've got to tell you guys that story sometime. But you know what? Hey, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm bebopping down the road. So I get a phone call. I'm doing a demolition job for a sweet lady down in Buckhead, a good friend of mine, contractor Joe Nillis, Miss Nancy Butler. And she's got a carport that they want to tear down and build an extension on the back of her house. Not very far from downtown Buckhead, like the big skyscraper buildings in Buckhead. this job site was literally looking up at these big old huge massive skyscrapers, and I'm down there doing a little demolition job, tearing a carport down for this sweet lady in Buckhead, and down there, and we're working away doing our thing on the little Kubota excavator. Allie, that's the excavator that you drive, the little small orange one. Maddox, you drove it too. So I'm on that machine working away, and I get a phone call, and this lady from New Jersey, Judy DeFalco, never forget her. She's like, are you Mr. Bowers? I'm like, yeah, I'm Mr. Bowers. My name's such and such with yada yada yada, and basically, from what I understand, like a New Jersey family services. And we got in touch with her, and I was like, okay, yeah. She started asking me questions, and she had anything you do in government work, they're really big on HIPAA, which basically means you can't share personal information with anyone. It's against the law. And they're very big on it. We're very big on it at the fire station. I can't run a call and then tell you guys about it because of HIPAA violations. It would get me in trouble. Matter of fact, I can't even show you anything to do with Gwinnett County. Like the fact that I put that fire truck in this video, I could get in trouble for that. But I'm not going to show that to anybody yet for a while. But yeah, I'm sitting there, and she, long story short, she's like, hey, there's somebody that needs to talk to you in New Jersey, and she's trying to do it more of an informal approach, send an email, contact. I'm like, well, ma'am, can you just, can you get in touch with her right now? And long story short, she got me in touch with Lisa right there on that job. And in a few minutes, I got her on the phone, and dude, found out that I had a sister. So Maddox, imagine, it's a crazy story, and it's easy to judge, but I don't want it to be that way. I don't want it to be judged. But Maddox, imagine living your whole life and finding out that you had a baby sister, Allie, and didn't know about it. Well, that's ultimately what happened to your dad. I didn't find out about Lisa until later in my life, and you guys were there that day. We went down and met her. But I so many thoughts, so many feelings, so many emotions that just knocked me for a loop. Some good, all good, and some not so good, meaning I was struggling with my mom. Why was this a secret? Why was it kept from me? I still to this day harbor some feelings that I kind of scratch my head over. Why I'm really let down with my family. My grandparents, I'm extremely, why was this a secret? Why was this kept from me? I'm trying to let it go and trying to move on and not let it be an issue. And I am, but I really don't understand why it had to be a secret. My dad would have loved Lisa so much, and he would have absolutely, I know my dad, I know how he was, he would have. All right. What does that say? Alright guys, I did a little swap out here. I was right in the middle of telling a story, and my video said, Stan, you have said too much, and we're going to turn you off. Ran out of space on my phone. So anyway, so Amberley Glen, I just not going to give that guy, didn't really want to get into the whole conversation of whether or not he wanted to be on camera. I just dropped that guy off. He was obviously very happy, but hadn't been home in like 16 hours, I think, something like that. Worked a full day and then got stranded. So he was very excited about getting home. So I was trying to tell a little story and I got cut off there, and I'm gonna switch over to this camera, my professional GoPro, because Daddy is a YouTube star. Maddox and Allie, this is your chance to laugh. Ha ha ha. And finish this part of the story. Maddox and Allie, you listen up too, because, well, this is your history. This is where you come from. So Judy DeFalco calls me. I'm doing a demolition job, and we're doing a demolition job in Atlanta, and not going to get into all the infinite details, but just kind of a quick flyover. Says, hey, you know, if somebody here wants to get in touch with you, somebody's trying to find you, and so she contacts me, and I call her back. I call her and, hey, Judy, this Stan Bowers, and she tell her everything about, you know, who I am, and answer a bunch of security questions, and we find out that, you know, in essence, somebody's trying to find you. So, like, I start digging in, and again, fast forward through the little tiny details. Got in touch with her. She's like, you know, if you want to, I can send an email to her and, you know, connect you guys right now. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. You know, so long story short, she put us in touch, and I called her, and we got on the phone, and lo and behold, I've got a sister. And dude, are you kidding me? I've got a sister. Maddox, imagine, you know, you live your whole life and you discover later in life that you had Allie. Well, imagine living your whole life having Allie and not knowing that. You know, it's been a struggle for me. I'm not gonna lie. I love Mom, I love Dad, I love my grandparents, I love my family, but everyone that potentially had a hand in that secret, for whatever the reason, for whatever the justification, has been a point of tension, stress, hurt my heart, hurt my feelings, to know that I've had a sister my whole life. And not to get, you know, philosophical and deep, but I needed a big sister, man. Growing up through life, geez, look at this long stretch here. I'm on solid ice. Like right now, the car is sliding. I'm not even touching the brakes, or not. It's just going by itself, sliding. This is New Hope Road coming off back toward 316. I'm going to start heading home now, but beautiful, but very dangerous. But yeah, I struggle with it, man. I love Mom, but I cannot imagine. I can tell you right now, dude, just if somebody come to me and said, hey, you gotta hide Allie and never let her know the world, know my family, know my friends, I'm gonna shed blood over that, dude. I'm gonna go to jail, and it's not gonna be a pretty story. There's nobody gonna convince me that. Yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna say I struggle with that, and I still do. I'm not gonna lie, because that robbed a lot of years of my life that I thought I was an only child. I thought that, you know, only child of my mom. Obviously, my older brothers Billy and Eddie that's already passed away, but I'm not good with it. I'm not okay with it. It really bugged me. It really bothered me. Still bothers me to this day, and just you know, so there's that. But fast forward, find out that I've got Lisa, and here I am. Met her, obviously you guys were there on that, meeting her for the first time down there in McDonough, meeting her awesome dad, Charles. Gosh, what an amazing guy. Again, the repercussions and the aftermath of this story is such a beautiful part of the story. It's the most awesome part of the story. I've got a sister, man. I've got a sister. It doesn't get any better, you know. And then, you know, I've got a dad. I mean, for all practical purposes, Charles, I call him my dad, man. My adopted dad. I love the guy. I mean, I wish, you know, obviously I've had my dad, and guys, don't get me wrong, I love my mom and dad and still can say that to this day. There's been a lot of things these last 5 to 10 years that have challenged my love for them, but I still love my mom and dad. They were great. They were awesome to me. They were wonderful parents. My dad would have loved Lisa. I know it with all my heart that he would have loved to have known Lisa. Such a beautiful person, and knowing her, and she would have loved him. Dad was a very loving guy. He had his faults like everybody else, but he would have loved Lisa. He would have loved having her in the family, and it just that part saddens me greatly that he never got to know Lisa. I don't even know if he knew about her. If he did, I don't know. A lot of questions I'll never know the answer to. But hey, we know her now, and that's where we're at today. We're moving, always looking forward, not looking backwards. You guys are looking backwards because I'm holding the camera looking at me, which means you're looking backwards. Ha ha ha. Maddox and Allie, you can laugh. Daddy told a funny joke that wasn't very funny. So, you know, looking forward, just gosh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, Lisa, I'm so stoked. You know, I'm sorry I'm rambling here. I'm driving and looking and getting googly-eyed here over this pretty snow, but and ice. But yeah, I look forward to our future and getting to make up for lost time and filling in the blanks and building new memories, and hopefully another 50, 60 years before I check out. Maybe not, but we'll get close. We'll try as hard as we can to make that. But when I retire, my goal, obviously fiscal limitations and not having all the money in the world, I'm going to be struggle to, you know, come and see you as often as I want to, but good Lord's willing, I want to visit. I want us to spend time together and make up for lost time, and want you to be the aunt that you are to my kids and have them grow up with you in their life. It's like we were taught before. It's so awesome knowing that they will never not know you in the family, and that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing to me. They'll always know you as Aunt Lisa, and that's the biggest takeaway with my kids, is that's awesome part of the story. And of course Charles and Suzanne, and having them in our family, in our life, such a great story. So anyway, I'm done rambling. Lisa, just wanted to share this little ridiculous video. I'm sorry, you guys are probably having to drink some hard, stiff alcohol to get through this video, much as I've rambled on it. But little rebuttal to your video that you sent me the other day with the snow that you guys got there in New Jersey. Back at you from the dirty South. Got some snow on the ground. I'm gonna try to get home, try to get to go see my kiddos and play with them a little bit today and enjoy that they're out of school. So we are going to do something creative. Don't know what, but we'll figure out something. And Lisa, give everybody a big hug for me. Love you guys. Hopefully see you soon. And that's all I got. So you guys take care. Love you. See you. Bye.